Hi everybody. To learn the square form, we first need to learn our stepping pattern. The stepping pattern is, you guessed it, a square. So the thing about the square pattern is you want to get into deep H stances. Remember your essential lessons. Okay, we're getting offline, we're aggressively blocking, and we're pivoting into our punches to use our whole body. Okay, so this is not mirrored image. We're just showing you the stepping pattern. And you're going to follow along and you're going to pay attention, you're going to practice it on your own. Here's how the stepping pattern works. You bow in and you step out to a right H. Good. Now he's in a nice deep H. Why did he do that? He did that because his opponent is on the point of the square. You're on a point of a square, your opponent is on a point of a square. He didn't step out to face somebody in the middle, that would be dumb. Okay? He's stepping away from his opponent, getting offline. So he's going to get back online with his initial set of blocks. But in order to do that, he's going to go into a crane stance. If you can't do a crane stance, you can do a cat stance for balance. But I want you to work towards your crane stance. Okay? So he goes to a crane, then he steps forward on the line. He's on the line. He's not in an in stance. He's actually stepping on the line in order to turn into an H stance. So even though there are 3 counts in this form, block, block, punch, there's only 2 stances. A crane and an H. So now he's here. The next sequence, he's going to pull back to his crane, step out, and turn to an H. See how he's facing into the square? The first sequence makes you face out of the square. Second sequence faces in the square. Then he goes to a crane, steps on the line, turns out the square. Then he goes to a crane, steps out on the line, turns into the square. Then he does it the other way. So he goes to a crane, he lifts the foot up, the foot that's a crane steps out, and he turns into an H. Now he's going to pivot his body facing in, goes to a crane, the foot that went up to a crane steps out, he turns to an H. He lifts up the foot, steps with the foot, turns to an H. Lifts up the foot, steps with the foot, turns to an H. Make sure that each time you do this, your crane is the foot that steps, and you're alternating your crane each time. Crane, step, turn. Okay? That's the stepping pattern for the square form, and that's the exact same stepping pattern that you're going to use with your crutches. Okay? Or your walker. Simon, step off. But your square is going to be constrained by the walker. So your square is going to be smaller. This is as wide as you're going to be able to get. You're going to step out to here. Okay? So the stepping pattern is exactly the same, except that using a walker means you're working on mobility assistance. So you have no need to go to a crane ever. You can just use the cat. You're going to step offline. You're going to go to your cat. You're going to step in with your block, and then you're going to turn. Okay? The walker has not moved yet. It's stepping pattern. Now you're going to turn your walker backwards. Because you can see somebody's behind you. So you're going to turn your walker. Then you're going to go to your cat. You're going to step out. Then you're going to punch. Holding on to your walker. Then you're going to turn your walker. Then you're going to go to your cat. You're going to step out. And you're going to punch. And your walker's here. Then you're going to turn your walker behind you. Backwards. You're going to turn. You're going to step. And then you're going to turn and punch. Then you're going to move your walker back. That's the only difference. You do the stepping drill first, then you rotate your walker. Okay? So the stepping pattern, again, is cat, step, turn your walker backwards. Cat, step, turn your walker forwards. Cat, step, turn your walker backwards. Cat, step, turn your walker forwards. And then you do it to the other way. Cat, step, turn your walker backwards. Cat, step, turn your walker forwards. Cat, step, turn your walker backwards. Cat, step, turn your walker forwards. That's the stepping pattern with the walker.